Liverpool trash Crystal Palace. McTominay makes history at Old Trafford. Ronaldo and Messi are human after all, and Lewandowski ends 2020 on a high. I am Kolade and welcome to another episode of Naija Football Talk. Sit back and stay tight for another action-packed episode. Welcome back again, guys. Welcome to today's episode. I am Kolade once again, and with me in the studio we have Bolu and Skilashi. Happy to have you guys once again.
Thanks. Nice to be here again.
Yeah, how was your weekend?
Hey, it was alright. This is our 10th episode.
That's a special episode for us, our 10th episode, and thank you to all our viewers that have been here from episode 1 till now.
So much love.
It means a lot to us.
Kolade, quick question. How many of the 10 episodes have ended after an Arsenal win?
Twice. Just two.
Wow, that's a record.
Hopefully that will be.
But this will be the
Naija Football Talk 10 episodes. Tola came to set after just 2 Arsenal wins out of 10 match days.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. So let's move.
That's a record.
Let's move into today's show proper. We saw a lot of action over the weekend, and there was a lot to talk about. Once again, first off, we saw something. Nobody predicted. Liverpool 7. Crystal Palace 0. That was a thrashing.
Yeah.
Did you see that comment?
Home for that matter.
I didn't see that level of trashing. I expected Liverpool to do a solid job.
I even expected a close game. These guys beat Manchester United.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we should use Manchester United to compare.
They are the most.
But Liverpool did trash them. It was very brutal.
And speaking of that game, what do you have to say about Salah? This guy is just FPL captains were like FPL managers were crying, were in tears. My captain is on the bench. Comes from the bench, 2 goals and an assist.
I have Salah in my FPL team. So
yeah,
that was a very good.
I think the scams of this weekend are people who have Salah and Fernandes. That's wrong.
I
don't say people. Did I mention your name?
Speaking of Fernandes, let's move to Old Trafford where we saw Manchester United. They tore Leeds apart 6-2. The other week they got trashed by Tottenham 6-4. Now it's their own turn to score 6.
Liverpool
also lost Aston Villa. So this was redemption week.
Goal difference don't balance like this now.
Don't balance. Stay the same. Was Arsenal lost then?
Please, we'll get there.
Everybody has got over their PTSD except Arsenal.
We'll get there, but come on, McTominay scoring twice in
3 minutes.
I think he became the first ever player to score a brace in the first 3 minutes. This guy.
That's crazy. I thought I was watching.
It was Super Bowl game. I think I will give him a 9 over 10 in that game. But what that performance shows Manchester United and what they are inconsistency. This same McTominay played. He was like a flop 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now look at him yesterday. But the one guy that remains constant, I hate him. I don't hate him as a player, but I hate the fact that he keeps helping Man U win. Bruno Fernandes, hate him or love him, this guy is scoring. What do you have to say about him?
Quick shout out though. Thank you for giving me points in the FPL. It was a beautiful sight. My FPL is looking
you don't mind Bruno Fernandes scoring?
I don't mind. I think I said it in the last 2 episodes that it's high time.
What kind of a Chelsea fan are you,
my pride and brought him. Should I captain Timo Werner? I don't understand. It's FPL, nothing personal.
Werner is without a goal in his last 8 games.
But he has more goals than you
can't even do it. We don't talk about that. Werner, don't bring Werner here. We are talking about strikers. Don't call Werner. He's not a striker.
Well, Aubameyang is
not a striker. At least he can score.
Werner has
0 goals in his last 8 games.
But he has 8 goals in all competitions this season.
Forget about the past. So let's talk about Fernandes. Like this guy, he keeps on making his mark. Whether he's spectacular or just average in the game, he does something and he leaves his mark on that game. 6-2.
Like you said, hate him or love him. I used to hate him, but I think I have to love him now. I've loved him enough, like you, to get him into my FPL team.
Swallowed my pride. Sold money for him too.
So I think he has actually proven to me, and maybe not everybody, that he's ready for the long run, the push for the title. If Manchester United can end up pushing.
Speaking of the title, now United have a 5-game winning streak. 5 points off Liverpool with a game in hand. If they win, they are just 2 points off Liverpool. Are we actually believing that they are title contenders?
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We know the season we are in. It's been crazy. Teams have been up and down. Everton were at top of the table for a long time. Tottenham were there. Tottenham have lost 2 games on the spin now. Yes, it's looking all good for Man U. They've got themselves in good form, but we can't, in terms of the table, we can't judge, we can't make judgments based on that.
Moving on from that, Tottenham, we're calling them title challengers.
Yeah.
Now they lost to Leicester 2-0. Now we see that Mourinho's game can be spectacular when it works, but when it doesn't work, they look so flat. I mean, what do you have to say about that loss? It was very avoidable. Aurea made a needless penalty when this guy had his back away from goal.
So he wasn't even facing the goal.
He wasn't facing the goal. So
Klopp made a statement about Mourinho after his victory. He said Mourinho is not so I'm just paraphrasing, but he said Mourinho isn't stylish and that he cares.
They're counter-attacking monsters.
Results, which is true. Football is a game of results.
You know, considering that the result didn't go in their favor, it looks like, you know, they are not really there. But considering that you said title contenders as well, it's still very early in the season, so I think there are a lot of people contending right now.
Speaking of
towards the end,
speaking of early fortunes, let's move over to, you know, a certain club where things are not going well for them. It's going from bad to worse. Every week they keep on losing. Their captain
Don't say every week they keep on losing.
Scoring on goals.
2 games.
Chelsea.
Oh, Arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah,
Arsenal.
All of them are in London.
Arsenal lost again and again. I mean, how many times? I'm getting tired of saying. I'm getting tired of saying this now.
The only solace is that they lost to Everton. There's no shame in losing to Everton.
You lost to Everton as well. You didn't score.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
didn't score.
So there's no shame in losing to Everton, but you lost again.
I think
That's the
only
issue.
solace is that they've been losing, so it's not near again.
Consistency.
Yeah,
If Arsenal lose their next game and Burnley should win, they are in 16th.
they are going to be 16th.
Skelashi, as an Arsenal
Plug it in my
fan,
veins.
what do you have to say?
Plug it right in my
I've
veins.
already looked online and I'm already shopping for my next team jersey.
Yeah, really going to leave Arsenal.
I heard the Tottenham jersey is very
I've
fine.
tried and I'm going to try again to leave. Hopefully one day my heart will stop bleeding for Arsenal.
As for me as an Arsenal fan, since the day Manchester United beat us 8-2, nothing can move me again. On to something serious. Arteta now. It is today makes it exactly a year since he was appointed. What do you have?
1 year anniversary.
Is it?
Out of Arteta.
So what do you have to say about his 1 year stay so far?
Unai Emery starts.
Yeah.
So considering that he starts at worse than Unai Emery starts, I don't know officially.
But he won us the FA Cup, which Emery couldn't do.
You know, I think if I could choose trophies and bad performance, if it comes,
you obviously choose trophies.
Yeah, so you know.
Is there a possibility that Arsenal can be relegated? Be objective.
Or being objective, statistically possible, but I don't think so because the class of team they have, the class of their teams.
I'll just say Manchester United, they are proof that we can still end this season well.
Just get your version of Bruno.
We need our own Bruno Fernandes in January, and I'm sure he can change our season.
It's not another.
There's still a lot to talk about, but we just have to move away from the Premier League now. When we're back, we'll discuss action from other leagues across Europe.
I'm going to be giving some reasons why I feel we're going to be strong title contenders this season and going to challenge for the title. Firstly, the team bond and unity. I feel the players work really well together on the pitch and they are really united in the common goal of achieving good results and winning titles. We have more of a team rather than individuals. I think that is crucial in pushing for the title. Secondly is our away record. We've probably been the best away side in Europe in 2020. We always seem to find a way to win all our away games. Doesn't matter the opponents, doesn't matter the circumstances, doesn't matter the teams we play against. We always find a way to push and get crucial wins, which is also very important in pushing for a title. That away form is crucial. Our home form could improve, or away form could still tilt us and give us an edge in the title race. Thirdly would be the mentality of in our team. We always seem to find a way to make very good comebacks. There have been a lot of games this season where we've fallen behind but haven't given up and kept pushing to get the equalizer, get the winner, and that is really, really crucial. I think as to be champions, you have to be able to pick yourself up and grind out results. It's very crucial to just push when you fall a goal behind and never give up and try to get back level and get the winner. So the mentality of the players this season has actually improved a lot. We just don't slouch and feel sorry for ourselves when we fall a goal behind. We just keep pushing and trying to pick up results. Players look determined to win games now and determined to really have a good go at the title this season.
Okay, away from the Premier League, we saw a lot of stuff from other top flights in Europe, and we're giving you the major talking points. I mean, we saw that finally, Ronaldo and Messi, that they are human after all. Just last week, we were talking about Ronaldo's penalty record and how consistent he has been, but it was quite poetic that Ronaldo and Messi, they missed penalties within
Same weekend.
the same weekend. I mean,
and it is a good thing for us human beings to see that they are not aliens
after all, right? So, but like Messi, at least Messi, he scored after the penalty. Yeah, it was. So, but what do you have to say about these guys? Like, they keep on making their mark regardless. But who do you see burning out first?
Burning out.
Yeah.
Well, compared to what we have been accustomed to, they are already burning out.
Obviously, but who has longer on the football pitch?
Well, I heard Ronaldo. You know, we know about Ronaldo's diet and his.
Yeah.
So I think he will last longer because he.
And the fact that he's already playing in Serie A.
Yeah.
He can play there for another 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah. So I see him lasting longer and Messi burning out.
And also the fact that both of them lost out on the FIFA Best Award.
Right.
Again, also shows that they are human. But let's move on to the guy that beat both of them, Lewandowski himself. This 2020 is for Lewandowski. Should be named Lewandowski. In fact, I don't call him Lewandowski again. When I write articles, I just write Lewandowski because this guy is all about goals, you know. Imagine Bayern have come from a goal down in their last 2 games and they won with the 2-1 scoreline. Lewandowski scored all the 4 goals. So he's more than just a goal scorer, but a match winner for Bayern. You know, when Modric beat Messi and Ronaldo to the prize, there were many arguments that Modric doesn't deserve this, but Lewandowski, I don't think football fans can argue. There's no argument about that. Lewandowski deserved it.
What Bayern did in 2020, you can't argue with it.
It is his time.
But then Luis Suarez once scored 54 goals and we didn't bat an eyelid.
I mean,
in a single season,
scored 54 goals and Messi scored.
Obviously,
you know.
But that was the year Real Madrid won the Champions League. That's unfortunately those things matter.
Lewandowski was the top scorer in every competition he played, and he won the treble.
And he won almost every competition he played as well. So,
but another talking point from the FIFA Best Award. I mean, I don't know if my math is bad, but Hansi Flick, he won everything.
It's not a bad mouth.
And Klopp, how did Klopp get it? How did Klopp win the best coach award?
Liverpool, winning his second ahead of someone who won 5 in his first. Barely his first year.
It was not a year.
There's this wider controversy about the final 3 nominees that shouldn't have been. There were more deserving nominees.
Like who?
Possibly. For example, people were complaining that why is Bielsa in the list. I feel he deserves the nomination, but there were better nominees like
Jorge Jesus for Flamengo, Copa Libertadores.
And he won the title as well. He won about 5 titles in 2020.
He won the Copa with Flamengo as well.
He won the treble in South African Premier League. He went to Al Ahly in Egypt. Won the CAF Champions League as well.
But as much as the FIFA Best is about coaches around the world, the focus will be majorly.
And the fact that it's FIFA, we feel like there should have been more.
George Jesus definitely deserved the shout there.
At least being an European, someone who we all know, at least
he's back at
Benfica now.
Doing his thing. So we'll be back when we come back from this short break. We'll be giving you the analysis from the top matches in Europe from midweek.
That's a difficult one. You might say Son works harder, he has more work ethic, he brings more to a team, he does more running and all that. But for the sheer efficiency that Salah has, the sheer goals he scores, no matter the performance.
Salah, Son, that's another very tough one. 2 of them are goal scorers that can win you the game, but the difference between both of them is that on a day where Son doesn't score, he ghosts in the match. You probably don't see his effectiveness. But Salah, even without scoring, he draws fouls, he causes penalties for his side, he gives assists. So that just makes him slightly a team player than Son.
Son is dangerous, like Salah. If this were FPL, I would have chosen Salah because he tends to drop more points. But in reality, Son seems more dangerous, and he's double-footed. So Son.
Bruno is a chronic stat padder for me. He scores penalties. He's a stat padder basically for me. And KDB is a better quality player. That's just, if you argue that, I think you don't know football. If you think Bruno has more quality than KDB. KDB is a better midfielder. He does better passes. He creates some things out of nothing. And I think Bruno is just flourishing in the team that he is, the environment that he is, the kinds of players he finds himself around. That's why he's getting so many goals from penalties and assists and all that. But for me, KDB is undoubtedly the better player, more consistent, more championship winning quality player.
More KDB, Fernandes, wow, that's a tough one. But going with current form, I know many people know the answer to that probably, but as players, the easy answer is De Bruyne. De Bruyne has performed for season after season after season. He has proven himself. So I think he's a victim of his own standards at the moment. So that's why we think he's bad. Meanwhile, he's just looking that way because of the level we know he can be. Bruno is only good at the moment because we are just seeing a glimpse of him. Give him 3 more seasons, then you can compare him to De Bruyne.
I know it's not obvious to many people, but it's clearly Fernandes. I hate to admit it as well because he's a Manchester United player, but Fernandes, KDB has not scored from open play this season yet, and Fernandes has as much assists as him since he came to the Premier League. So I think everybody's going to choose KDB because they are used to seeing that class, but Fernandes is the new sheriff in town. So Bruno, Fernandes.
Aside bias, for me, Lampard looks like he knows what he's doing. He has a style of play that is defined and that is just more elaborate. So for me, Lampard.
Frank Lampard and Ole, 2 very bad managers. Well, if I'm going to pick, I have to pick one, I'll still go with Ole because Lampard is just money and vibes. He's a serial bottler, lost to the FA Cup to Arsenal, lost at Derby, lost the Super Cup final. He's a loser. Lampard without money, he will be where Arsenal is. If you give Ole Chelsea's team, I can tell you, he will probably be topping the Premier League. Lampard is just too bad. I'm so sorry.
Well, I'm supposed to be biased, but I'm not. So I'm going to go with Ole. Ole, to me, is a better team manager, individual player manager. As much as tactics and all the other things are relevant for football, I think the better manager always wins.
This segment is brought to you by Top Bet. Don't forget to visit the website on your screen. They're one of the best review sites in Nigeria. And for daily predictions, all you need to know about your best bookmakers, Top Bet have you covered. So Everton, Manchester United, based on current form, it's a tough one to predict.
Very, very tough one.
But Manchester United are away, and you know what that means. So,
Man, you would always be Man.
Can you give us your take on that match? Straight win. Who is going to win that game? Straight win.
The fact that it's a one-off semi-final, sadly, I think Manchester United will win. Sadly,
I think Manchester United will win. What do you see again?
I also think Manchester United have a good chance of winning, but like you just rightly pointed out now, Ole has lost some semi-finals, and I think this is the semi-finals.
This is
quarter. This is actually the quarter-final.
Come on, Manchester United.
They'll win. I don't know. I don't know who is going to win, but I think whoever scores first in that game is going to have the upper hand.
Yeah.
But moving on to another big match.
Yeah.
We see
Yeah, Gunners, yeah.
Arsenal take on Manchester City.
It's a cup game.
It's a cup game.
Does not
Shameless.
translate into cup.
Mikel Arteta.
Yes.
Mikel Arteta comes up against the person he learned from Pep Guardiola. He has beaten
Guardiola hands him this Carling Cup.
Right.
They're just in the quarterfinals.
Based on current form, let's not lie to ourselves. This is a straight win for Manchester United, for Manchester City.
Yeah.
But
who have been more solid defensively.
But Arsenal have not lost any cup game this season. So what do you have?
You don't lose a cup game until you get knocked out. Isn't that the way it is?
That's why we've not lost a cup game.
Okay, let's see about that.
So Bolu, what's your prediction for this game without being objective? Arsenal Man City.
For me, Guardiola won't lose the third time to Arteta in a cup game. He won't. I don't think he would get outsmarted again. I see City winning the game.
Yeah.
Skilashi, being objective, remove the fact that you're an Arsenal fan now. Remove that fact. Who is going all out?
Remember the true Arsenal.
So the Chelsea away.
So, being very objective.
Yeah.
Knowing Pep Guardiola. I remember when
knowing
he had to give Liverpool the guard of honor, when they won the league.
You saw the look on his face.
So he gave them a guard of honor and a very befitting
guard of beating.
Guard of beating too.
So now that Arteta has gotten the better of him twice already, I'm sure that he
won't let that happen.
Very befitting.
So you're saying Manchester City to win convincingly?
We know now.
And it's a one-off quarterfinal, no more 2 legs.
How many goals are you expecting in that match?
I don't care really. Just City win.
City win over 2.5 goals. City have struggled to score goals.
Yeah, they struggled to score goals.
West Brom.
Arsenal are pretty solid as well. So it might just be 1.5 goals.
I see Manchester City winning 1-0 or 2-0, 1-0 or 2-0 win, and that's it. So, but let's talk about the fact that Arsenal go to Chelsea at the weekend after that Man City game. How much of an impact do you think that will be?
I think it's very...
See, for me, if we can lose, if the gods can ask me, lose to Man City and beat this Lampard. I don't like Lampard. Everybody knows this Lampard is a bad manager. I can't imagine losing to him.
If we beat Chelsea in the weekend, it's only bragging rights we have.
And you still remain 15th position.
I know, right? But if we beat Man City, I think the path to the final and a trophy, is quite...
Bolu, so we come up against each other this weekend.
Yes.
Don't forget that form, forget the bad form.
Of course.
We are beating you guys.
Form goes out.
They are in a good form as well. They've won. You've won your last 2 games, right? Oh, sorry, you lost your last 2 games.
We'll see about that. Don't worry. We have scores to set.
But me, I'm saying it in front of the camera that Arsenal will beat Chelsea this weekend. Just go and write it down. I said it. Arsenal will beat Chelsea.
I can't wait to replay this particular moment.
I said it now. Arsenal will beat Chelsea. So
yeah, no one.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up now. And when we're back, we'll have one last segment for you before we call it a wrap. Okay, we wish we could stay here for the whole day, but unfortunately we can't. We have to take a wrap now. We hope you enjoyed this episode, and of course, it was a special one for us. Once again, this is our 10th episode, a milestone number for us. We have something coming up for you over the next few episodes. Don't forget to do the usual: like, subscribe, comment, follow us on Twitter, give us your engagement, and tell us what you think. For now, we have to go. See you soon, same time next week on Naija Football Talk. Peace out.